Hello, I'm Pastor Scott Villain with HolyImpactMinistries.com. At Holy Impact Ministries, we believe the whole Bible is relevant today, and not just half of it. We also believe what our Messiah told us, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, when he said he did not come to abolish the law or the prophets. He didn't even come to change the crossing of a T or the dotting of an I in Matthew 5:17 and 18. We also understand the Apostle Paul when he wrote in Romans 3:31 that we do not nullify the law by our faith. By no means. On the contrary, we uphold the law. If you'd like to know more about what we know to be true, please visit us at HolyImpactMinistries.com. In the meantime, we hope that this teaching would be a blessing to you.
The first objection that we often hear is that Jesus fulfilled the laws of God so that we don't have to be bothered with them. With that being said, let's address this newfound word, fulfill, and let's unpack what it means and what it does not mean according to Scripture. Did our Messiah come to abolish or to fulfill the laws of God? Let's see what he personally has to say about the word fulfill. Matthew 5:17. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not an iota, not a dot, will pass from the law until all is accomplished. When we look at the words abolished and fulfill, we can clearly see that our Messiah came to do one of these, but not the other. So therefore, they cannot mean the same thing, can they? The Greek word for fulfill here is plerou. It's the same word used in Matthew 3:15. Matthew 3:15. But Jesus answered them, Let it be so now, for thus it is fitting for us to fulfill plerou, all righteousness. Then he consented. So, if today's modern-day Roman Greco version of Christianity is right in assuming that the word fulfill or plerou means abolish or to do away with, then according to Matthew 3:15, all righteousness is done away with because Jesus fulfilled it. So there is no righteousness because it's been fulfilled? Does that make any sense to you at all? Our Messiah clearly tells us that not the crossing of a T or the dotting of an I would pass from the law until heaven and earth pass away, and all is accomplished. When he says all is accomplished, he's referring to all prophecy put forth by the prophets. Are we to believe that all prophecy has been accomplished? And I might add, my friends, that I'm still standing on the earth. Are you still standing on the earth? So then, we can clearly see through the Scripture that the law according to our own Messiah has not been done away with, abolished, or nailed to the cross. And anyone who says otherwise is making our Messiah out to be a liar. So then, when will all prophecy be accomplished? Revelation 21:5 through 6. And he who was seated on the throne said, Behold, I am making all things new. Also, he said, Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true. And he said to me, It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty I will give from the spring of the water of life without payment. All prophecy is accomplished at this point, when heaven and earth are made new again. And that's exactly what Jesus said in Matthew 5:18. He said, and I quote, "Until heaven and earth pass away, not an iota, not a dot will pass from the law until all is accomplished." According to Peter, we're still waiting for these things to come to pass. 2 Peter 3:13. But according to his promise, we are waiting for new heavens and a new earth in which righteousness dwells. Here's what Luke had to say about the law, Luke 16:17. "But it is easier for heaven and earth to pass away than for one dot of the law to become void." Once again, my friends, obedience to the law is not our salvation. It is the fruit, the evidence of our salvation. We do not obey the laws of God to be saved. We obey the laws of God because we are saved. Consider this from James, the brother of Yeshua, our Messiah, James 2:21. "Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered up his son Isaac on the altar?" You see that faith was active along with his works, and faith was completed by his works. Once again, my friends, our faith is completed by our obedience to the laws of God. 1 John 2:3, "And by this we know that we have come to know him, if we keep his commandments. Whoever says, 'I know him,' but does not keep his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word, in him truly the love of God is perfected. By this we may know that we are in him."
If you were blessed by this teaching, please consider helping us reach the nations by making a donation today. Thank you, and shalom.